So why cryptocurrency should be in retirement? So we started a year and a half ago, and now we're about 27 people, and we actually only serving in B2B industry, but we have a big announcement by end of this talk that we actually going to launch our B2C product and today at ETZ Denver. And so why you need a crypto in your retirement? And I get a lot of question about this, like crypto is very volatile. Retirement needs to be something steady, S&P 500, commodity, and that's actually not necessary at all. If you think about you leading your money in the USD today, and when you retire, your purchasing power is actually much less. Why is that? Inflation. If you really look at your retirement of your, I assume your parents, you realize that this invest in your future from Fidelity and Vanguard is actually not the same with inflation and a very low return on the investment. So what about we diversify the retirement into cryptocurrency? Let's look at Ethereum. If you, first off, this deck is actually Bitcoin at first, but we're at ETZ Denver, we changed to Ether. But if you invest in Bitcoin 10 years ago, invest in Ethereum 6 years ago, you're looking at about 34x ROI. So when anybody tell you that invest in cryptocurrency is volatile, you tell them that in the long-term horizon, it's actually a better asset to invest in the long term. So what ETZ offer here is we offer one single platform for you to actually trade crypto with about the maximized tax advantage, which is we have product, we're tax deferred. We also have product after 5 years, you pay 0 capital gain. And on top of that, you can actually buy, sell 24/7, 80% asset is held in the cold storage with 320 million insurance. Now the question is that, what's that different than Coinbase? Well, you tell me, right? At Coinbase, you pay 1% fee, post-tax asset, capital gain very high. And so at ETZ, this is where we are. We serve you with tax-free, once again, and capital gain 0, and a very minimum transaction fee, and 80% cold storage with 220 million insurance trading platform. We're going to market today for serving the B2C. Now, with my background from hedge fund, and I built the platform for only serving institutional client. But when bear market started, I think the mass market deserves something we're only offered to institutional. So now, let's talk a little bit about what retirement option in the US. Very known for 401k, but it was something everyone don't really know about is the IRA. IRA market is about 13 trillion. It's actually used for shell tax. Now, in the IRA space, you probably heard a very well-known Peter Thiel of putting PayPal stock and added 1 cent a dollar into IRA account and end up with $5 billion when he exit. That's absolutely what we use all day long. We have a massive amount of institutional client and a wealthy individual. But today, once again, ETZ offers this to everybody, and you can open the account and free on you. And we waived all the fee as for the lucky users from ETZ Denver. Now, we have 2 options, individual IRA, which we're launching today, and with our SAP IRA. SAP IRA we launched a while back. This one is provided for the employer. So yes, the employer, if you have a startup, you can provide the crypto retirement for your employee for free, once again. So later, we will have a way for you to scan the QR code to sign up. So once again, we made it free just for ETZ Denver. And now, if you actually a money manager or your institutional client for us, that you actually have a CRM, you can look at your gain and loss analytics, on-demand statement. We also help you with tax reporting. You no longer need to pay a couple of thousands to TaxBet eligible, and you can actually come to us and we will file your tax. We have HR integration. Every week or every month, we can actually automatically withdraw from you HR and for your payroll providers and to us. So it's no hassle, one platform. So now, so just by December last year, and the Joe Biden has passed administration where actually if you do invest in your retirement, all the fee can be waived up to 5K. And so it's not deductible, it's actually a credit. So they will send you a check with everything you spend on your retirement. So what I say here is that, and later you will see my team, we're very DeFi focused team. But the reason why we take a step back to build this TriFi and DeFi, you can call it CDeFi product, is because we believe this product can do something really good for the people in the US. And so a little bit about our team. Myself, I'm a former VC and from hedge fund, and also I was head of Lego Ventures. I actually left at peak my career to start ETZ. And because I see the opportunity of there's no asset in retirement that was in crypto. I also see the future that I think our generation deserves the opportunity and option to invest in cryptocurrency. And my co-founders, former CTO of Silicon Valley Bank, and also a former executive director of Morgan Stanley, who built trading desks for Morgan Stanley. So we have strong background in the capital market. And security is the number one thing at ETZ. Why is that? Because a couple of our competitors in the B2C market has get hacked. And also, I don't think you ever want your retirement asset to actually saved on-chain. So at ETZ, we have on-chain and off-chain. How we do it? 80% cold storage, fingerprint, facial recognition, and voice recognition storage. On top of that, we use our cold storage as collateral, borrow on-chain asset trading with hedge fund. So you can trade all day long. You will not notice it's cold storage or not, but we guard it with everything we can, and with 320 million insurance. So our head of chief security advisor is 15 years at a public traded bank called SVB. It was also the current board at Greylock. And our head of engineering, Tavi, and is from Microsoft, IBM, also in DeFi for about 5 years. Together, Web 2.0, 3.0 for about 15 years. The problem we're solving here is actually a Web 2 plus Web 3. And the last but not the least, regulatory compliance is a very important thing in our space. Right? So what the government think about, we're actually allocating retirement asset and into something that's very volatile. Well, simple. Our chief compliance and regulatory officer is actually the chairman of Silvergate, ex-chief risk officer from Coinbase, the current board of Coinbase. So he used to be also the regulator from Washington, D.C. So we heard it firsthand. ETZ, once again, is also fully licensed in the space. So we are looking at actually from retirement industry and eventually going to the actual taxable trading space as well. So people ask me what's the custodian partners, and so here that on the IRA side we partner with a national bank. So when your money wired to ETZ, it's actually in the FDIC insured bank. So when it's a fiat, it's FID insured, and you can actually wait till you decide which crypto you wanted to deploy to. And once in the cold storage, it's actually with Coinbase, and also we have other providers as well. So it's very secured. And let's see if we can. Actually, let's just leave it on this page. So if you want to scan the QR code, and you can download our individual accounts, and we actually clearing out some of the wait list. We have about 20,000 wait list, but we will make sure we prioritize East Denver folks. And once again, we also would make no cost on your end. If you employers today want to join, many employers has on our platform and scan a second QR code. And another thing is that I didn't come with empty hand. We actually decided to launch our first NFT collection. So on the very right hand side, it's actually made by me. So that's our ETZ Blue Baby Dragon, and we have 300 available. And for that, what's interesting here is that we're not an NFT business, not even close, but this NFT collection will live in your wallet and it will be with your retirement account. The more you actually deposit your retirement account, this dragon will grow with you. And eventually, we actually will open to a market for you to trade digital assets such as NFT using your retirement. Anyways, thank you very much. We have 7 minutes left. Any question from the audience? Yeah.
How do you guys make the money?
Yeah, that's a very good question. We actually charge onboarding fee and also monthly subscription. But the thing is that with the tax credit, we actually bill it to the government. So very similar to the insurance models, right? And you go to insurance, you see doctor, they claim from the insurance company. Very similar here. With this new legislation approved by December, we actually have free money from the government. That's how we make it free for you. But eventually, we're looking to actually pass on the costs, but it will probably through transaction fee and through monthly subscription fee. Yeah, but at this moment, and please take that advantage. Any other questions?
You may have answered this. How much can you put in annually?
That's a very good question. So for 401k, it's up to 21,000, and with your employer contribution, and with the IRA, it's about 6,000, and with the sub IRA, it's about 62,000. What's the difference here? That is that the 401k is often offered from employer. And for the individual IRA, it's the individual retirement account. So you can do it other along your employer. For that one, it's only 6,000. But there's this thing called SAP IRA that we be actually selling it like pretty much every day. Is individual retirement, but if you are self-employed or you work at a startup, that's less than 200 people. That one's 62,000 max for tax-free at retirement. So I very encourage you, if you're trading today, and to move your trading account into a tax-free environment up to 62,000 and trade it on our platform with 0 transaction fee.
Could you explain a bit more on how do you provide the security, as in how do you make sure that the account won't be hackable or something like that? Because that is a very common thing these days.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of hack today we see is on-chain hack. So the thing is about cold storage. Cold storage been here for years. So how cold storage works is that we download your asset into a USB drive with fingerprint. And we lock this USB drive under the ground in the vault. So if you can think about Bank of America, they have all the golds and jewelries and everything that they want to storage. They actually store it in the ground somewhere. You don't know where it's locked. So imagine that now you walk to ETZ vault, bunch USBs with fingerprints. And so the thing is able to actually touch the asset. This is the process. You need to call us, and we need to ask you to do voice recording to telling us your account number and how much you want to withdraw. We do facial and also voice recognition, and from there we ask you to put a fingerprint on the USB drive that you holding in the same type of our ops teams holds. Then someone would get up their seat, open up actually an actual wall under the ground, then get the USB drive, then upload the asset onto the chain, then make the transfer. So to able to hack that is very difficult. Now, why the industry don't really use cold storage, right? One of my dear friend, Michael, built a Fireblock. I love the company, but entirely on-chain. It's because of liquidity. The thing is that every time if I have to get out my seat to get the vault, and imagine someone's ready to trade, right? It's not really, it's really hard to ask to it. But why retirement needs something like this is because retirement is hardly touched. That was the last time you actually check your Fidelity or Vanguard 401k, right? That's one thing. Second thing is that we actually have a very good team that actually been negotiated with a lot of liquidity provider where we can use the cold storage collateral, which is actually something I think is where I think the beauty TriFi meets DeFi is actually you can see the asset I have. Why not giving me the credit line to trade? And so I think that's the best combination to achieve the best security with best liquidity. And I think that's the first time ever at ETZ. Yeah.
said you can trade. Is it only in IRA or Roth IRA, or can you trade as a? You don't have to wait till retirement to withdraw the funds. You have trading account and retirement account, or just
Oh, okay,
one?
okay. Very good question. So the question is it a trading account, it's an IRA account? At ETZ, it's actually both. So you can leave the money in your IRA without doing anything. Once again, US dollars up to 250K FDIC insured. And if it's on the crypto side, you can just leave in a cold storage. If you want to use it for day trading, you can trade it all day long you want. And so in our mobile app, so if you download ETZ from your app store, and I think I'm a little far from here, it's actually look very similar to the trading app you actually use to today. Buy, sell transaction, and account. And so, yeah, so the answer to that is yes, it is a fully functional 24/7 crypto trading platform like Coinbase, and it does not have tax, neither transaction fee. Okay, well, thank you very much. And if you want to learn more, and our website is etzsoft.com. And here is also our emails. And please don't afraid to shoot any questions. And other than that, enjoy your Easter demo. We also have another talk on the 28th around 11:30 a.m. at the Source Hotel. It's actually one of our demo session. So if you want to come to see more what we have built and also the back end of how we or subledger and also how we trade in batch and how we source liquidity from hedge funds and offer that pricing to you guys as a mass market, come to our session for the demo. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.